Hello, hello everyone. Welcome to day three. Let's start blogging, you guys. This is a 5-day boot camp that Tina and I are doing. And just so you know, right now, day three, if you're new signing on to us, day three is finding your niche, which people also may know as your target market and your target audience. Tina, you want to go ahead and see if everyone can hear us. If you can hear us, go ahead and type in the number 1 in the chat box. You can also message me on Instagram or Facebook, Tina or I. And Tina, can you also go ahead and try to see if Uber's working with us today?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, you were talking on Uber?
No, I was talking on Uber, yes. However, you didn't say anything,
Could
so
you hear me on Uber?
No. I'm going to redial in.
Okay. We're going to get started here just in a couple more minutes. Give everybody a chance to sign on. I know it's 8 o'clock. It's actually 8:01. We'll give everyone a couple minutes. I know yesterday I had a couple people who signed on who were saying that I had to get their screens refreshed. So I'm going to give you guys about 1 more minute to go ahead and sign on. And we'll go ahead and begin. Let me actually check and make sure everybody. Again, if you guys can hear me and see me, go ahead and type the number 1 in the chat. Okay. One second here.
Lisa, are you able to hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, can you?
What about now?
Go ahead and mute the Hangout, and I want you to talk on Uber, and let's see. Okay, what we need to do, because I can hear you fine on Uber, but I cannot hear you through the actual Hangout. So let me display the number. On my end. Let me just go ahead and give them the number so they can write it down. Actually, go ahead and you give them the number, Tina. Go ahead and mute yourself back. No, you're muted. You're muted on the Hangout. You're going to have to go ahead and mute yourself. You're still muted on the Hangout.
What about
now? Nope, you're still muted on the Hangout.
What about now?
Okay, I can hear you.
All right. 857-216-3532. And the pin is 42139. Pound. What I was going to start into Uber. But I'm going to go ahead and get going here and put my screen share my screen and let's get this thing rolling.
Okay. And Tina, what I'm going to do, I'm going to communicate you if I cannot hear you, and I know that Florida's not having the best weather right now. So I'm going to communicate with you through the chat if you want to keep that open for just us, so we can see it. I'll let you know if I can't hear you or not. If you keep that open on your end. And you guys, what Tina just gave was the Uber number. Again, the Uber number, that is basically the conference call line. So for any reason, if you're having trouble, you can actually view this. You can go ahead and dial in. Again, the number is 857-216-3532. And the passcode is 42139. So you guys, it is 6 minutes after 8. We're going to go ahead and get started. Again, my name is Jaleesa, and Tina Renee is here as well too. She's going to go ahead and start us off on finding your niche and developing your target market. That is the topic tonight for Let's Start Blogging in our 5-day boot camp. So Tina, I'm going to go ahead and let you take it away. And if you go ahead and view your, okay, I can hear you. Go ahead and view, I can see your screen. It looks like it's coming up. It says request timeout right now. I think it's coming. It says request timeout.
But delay, it's coming though.
Okay, no problem. You guys bear with us. We definitely apologize about the technical difficulties. Sometimes the internet has a mind of its own and doesn't want to work, even if you have the best speed internet in the city. Clearly, sometimes it doesn't want to act right. And while Tina's pulling that up for some of you guys, if it's your first day joining the Hangout and our 5-day training boot camp, I'm going to go ahead and let you know a little bit about me. The background where I came from. Again, my name is Jaleesa Cheatham, and it pays to know me. And I originally got started with the internet about 7, 8 months ago. And when I got started, I didn't know anything about the internet. I didn't know what a domain name was. I didn't know what a capture page was. I didn't know what email marketing was. I didn't know what target market was. I didn't know what finding your niche was. I didn't know what developing your brand was. I didn't know any of that, you guys. I was totally new to the game. I had been on social media such as Instagram and Facebook, but had no idea what the platform really could be used for, you guys. I was just literally posting pictures to get people to like me because I wanted to be liked, right? So just like everybody out there. So at that point, last year, about September, I had an anxiety attack at work, thought I was having an asthma attack, and I went to the doctor, and I had to make a decision at that point to say, you know what, I hate my job. I was working in the corporate world, working in finance, didn't like it, have been doing it for almost about 5 years, and so there's got to be a different way. There's got to be a different way for me to do something that I love and make the money that I want to make and more. I wanted my time and I wanted my freedom. You guys, I love to travel. I'm originally from California. Of course, I live in Georgia right now, and I love to be around the beaches. I want to visit the beaches of the world, you guys. That's one of my goals on my bucket list, to visit every beach in the world before I check out of here, right? So I literally had the anxiety attack at work. I had already been introduced to network marketing and been a part of a couple companies. But at that time, in September, I got introduced to internet marketing. So I had the anxiety attack at work, and I said, you know what? I'm no longer going to let my health, my job affect my health. So at that point, I took a leave of absence for work, and I never went back. And I really started to focus on the internet. And I found a system that works for me. I knew that I could learn this system and create a skill set, you guys. And the skill set that I have been able to create, I'm able to use the LIST acronym as we talk about, which is learn, implement, share, and teach. So I've now been able to learn the information, implement the information, share it, and teach it, just like we're doing today in our Hangout series right now. So I was able to go ahead and really tune in and find out, okay, how can I monetize the internet, you guys, right? How can I use social media to make me money? How can I already do the things I'm doing but make money off of them? That's the end result, right? Everybody wants to do something they love doing, but a lot of the times it doesn't really involve the pay scale that you're wanting, right? If that was the case, we would all be doing what we love to do, right? Whether it's gardening, cooking, selling items on eBay. I mean, whatever it is that you really enjoy doing, you would be doing it if there was a high price tag on it, right, that you were getting paid. So I went to the internet, you guys, and that is actually how I met the wonderful Tina Renee. We met on the internet, you guys. We actually live in the same city. We live in Atlanta, and we actually found out we go to the same church across town, which is so ironic. Two people living on different sides of town go to the same church and found each other on the internet, you guys. We've been able to connect with people all over the world. I've met people now who've joined my team and who I've coached in Nigeria. I've connected with people in the UK, Canada. I mean, the list can go on, and that's all using the skill set that we've been able to learn. What we're going to relate to you now and share with you, I'm going to teach you, just going over today, a short basics, I would say, on finding your niche within your target market. So that's just a little bit about me and where I came from and why I'm here right now, and the reasons for it. But it looks like Tina does have the presentation up and ready and running now, so I'm going to go ahead and turn back over to the wonderful, phenomenal Miss Tina Renee, who is my business partner, my friend, and it just has taught me so much as well to the internet. We definitely strive off each other's strengths and weaknesses and pick up where the other may lack off. So Tina Renee, go ahead and take it away.
Can you hear
Tina,
me, Lisa?
I can hear you now. I'm not able to see your screen though.
You're not able to see my screen.
Okay, I can see your screen now. I can see your screen now. Sorry, I forgot the delay.
No problem. I'm on Uber because for whatever reason, I guess I'm not connected online. So please make sure that you're logged in there.
I am. I'll let you know if you go out on the Hangout.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So, Angelisa, could you mute your line as well because I'm getting feedback? Okay, are you able to hear me?
Yes, I am.
Wonderful. All right, guys, I am so excited to be able to talk to you tonight about finding your niche, aka your target market. And because this piece of business, before I go into too much detail, just in case there's someone that's joining us for the first time tonight, I do want to briefly introduce myself. Again, I'm Tina Renee, living in Atlanta, Georgia. Been in business for over 15 years and basically just wanted to find a way to have a little bit more freedom to be able to travel and do the things that I wanted to do, and I sought after the internet in order to do that. And so what I'm going to talk to you about today is finding your target market. This is what basically changed how I was able to start doing business. And let's just talk about what is a niche. It is basically something that is specific, a distinct place that when you think about this particular thing, you associate it with a place or position suitable or appropriate for a person or a thing. I want to bring it home to you. Let's say that you are in, I don't know, the shoe business. And I'm only saying that because I absolutely love shoes. So let's just say you are a shoe owner. You have you've narrowed down out of all the things that you can do. You've decided I want to be a business owner and sell shoes to a group of people. So that's as simple as it is. It's just finding your niche, finding that one thing. And we're going to go into some more of the basics. The most common misconceptions about online marketing is that if you want to build a business, then everyone is going to come. and you're just going to be rich and you're going to be wealthy. Or guys, we're
The reason that we have a backup is because I am here on vacation in Florida, and the internet connection where I'm staying is going in and out. So we wanted to have a backup plan. So I do apologize.
for oh goodness.
Okay, you're back. Okay. Okay, Tina, you're muted on the Hangout. We're gonna get this right, I promise you. Go ahead and put yourself back on. You're muted on the Hangout. I see that the button showing you muted on the Hangout. It's still showing you as muted. Tina.
See, it keeps dropping off.
Okay,
Let's
go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
On the phone or the...
Both.
Okay, what about now?
I can hear you on the Hangout.
Open up a business, then people are going to flock and flood. That's not necessarily true. So tonight, really want to give you information to help you understand how to get people to come to you, but how to get the people that you want, not just anybody. Because let's just say, I'm going to go marketing or network marketing company. We all know that what they all tell us to do. I've had experiences in those companies, and they will
Okay, Tina, it cut out. I think the best thing for us to do with this, go ahead and talk on Uber. I have my phone on speaker so everyone will be able to hear you. Tina, if you could hear me, go ahead and mute your Hangout. Go ahead and talk on Uber, and I'm gonna put it on you. I'm gonna put the mic on my end. So just go ahead and go on presentation mode, and you're gonna just go ahead and speak through Uber, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it on here for you. Tina, are you on Uber?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
I am. It takes a second for the presentation mode to come up. Again, you all, I apologize. It's for some reason something is trying to stop you all from getting this information. So please just bear with us. What we're trying to share is very valuable. So
go ahead and put your sound off on your laptop. So the feedback.
Yeah, I have.
Okay. And then go in presentation mode and we're good.
Yeah, it's going into it. It's just slow.
Okay, it actually just signed you off. No problem. I'm going to share my screen. It's okay. Don't worry. Don't even worry about it. We got this. We got this. We're on the slide that is what is basics, right? That's what we were on. And I'm sharing my screen. So don't even worry about it. We got this. Okay, I'm going into basics. I'm doing screen share now. I'm going in presentation mode. Okay. All right, go ahead and take it away.
Okay, you all. So I'm going to go back and recap. Normally what people will tell you to do is to go ahead and find your friends and family. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah. Just turn your sound off on your computer.
It's off. It's an echo.
Okay.
It's off.
Okay. Go ahead.
Alright. So
What?
normally
It's echoing.
really bad.
You can't turn your sound and your mic off. That's what's going on, Tina. Turn your sound and your mic off.
It's off. That's what I'm saying. It's off. Okay.
Okay, go ahead and go.
So normally when you get into business, they'll tell you, hey, go and get your friends and family, get your 25 name list, and basically whoever has a pulse and they're freezer, tell them about your business. Tell them about what you have. And this is so different from what we're used to hearing. This finding your niche, this finding your target market. You definitely want to define your niche because it's going to help you maximize your marketing budget and target who you're speaking to. Whenever you get ready to start advertising, if you know exactly who you are talking to, who your audience is, you're not going to waste money. You're not going to waste money. And I'm going to go in and show you some of the things that advertisers ask for when you get ready to target a certain demographic. And that will help you bring this information home even more. But what happens is, let's just, like I said, you're in business, you have, decided to open this shoe store, and now you need people coming in the door. You've told your friends, you've told your family. Now you need to decide, how am I going to get people that can purchase my product that have the type of taste that these particular shoes are? Like if you go into business and you have, let's say, ladies' high heels, you already know that probably a woman that's in her 70s, or older, they're not going to be probably wearing heels, maybe even 65. Okay, so and you know teenagers, 13 and under, they're not going to be wearing heels. So your market is probably going to be 16 to probably age 50. These are that you can start there, figuring out the age group of people who will be interested. Then that's all defining your niche is about, is getting people that are interested in what you have, knowing as much about those people as possible, because that way you know how to cater to them. This changed the way that I even started to watch TV and look at television, because now when I look at the commercial, I try to figure out who are they targeting, because every advertiser does the same thing. They have a group of people that they are targeting. Some of the McDonald's commercials that you'll see, those McDonald's commercials, they have young people, they're rapping, they're dancing, they're singing a jingle to a McDonald's song. However, the fact that we're looking at the television and we see a young person, they're rapping, McDonald's is letting you know we're targeting young people. We're targeting people that listen to this type of music to come into our store. So look at advertisers, look at television, and in that way, and try to figure out who are they targeting, who are they talking to. There's some more reasons why you want to define your niche is because it's going to make it easier. This series that we're doing is called Let's Start Blogging, and blogging is the basic it's the basic place for every business to be able to connect with the people that they want to provide information for, potentially turning those into customers later on. So if you know who you're talking to, it's going to make it easier for you to get information on your blog because you've already narrowed it down. You said, okay, I have a shoe store, I purchase heels, and I'm looking for women that are between the ages of 16 and 50. These are the age group of people that are interested in the types of shoes that I purchase. So anything that you market, you're going to only market to the place where those people hang out. And your target market, as far as going online, it should be someone that you're able to relate to. It should be someone that you're able to make conversation with because that's how people start to know you, like, and trust you, is because you're, first of all, giving them valuable information. You're talking from the heart. You're being authentic, and they know that you're a person just like them. And so it's going to be much easier for you to connect with someone who's similar to you because they can relate. And that's ultimately what you want to happen when you're giving people information on your blog. Okay? So those are just some of the reasons to go ahead and define who your market is, who your niche market is. And what I'm going to do at this time, Jaleesa, is turn over to you the next portion of talking about choosing who your niche is.
You can go ahead and get that one.
Okay.
I'm the next one.
I'm excited to continue to talk about it. Great. Because choosing your niche, what you want to do is think about topics that you enjoy, that you like writing about, things that you already know about. When I chose the things that I choose to blog about are things I have experience in, which is the mortgage background, anything dealing with finance, helping people learn how to save money, helping people make money. Those are areas that I've been doing for over 10 years. So it's very easy and very simple for me to talk about that. It's easy for me to create and come up with ideas and come up with those for the people that I'm targeting. For people who, I wouldn't be targeting someone who is retired because I'm not retired. I'm in the middle part of my life. I'm 38, and so my demographic, the age group of people that I'm targeting, are similar to me. They have a similar lifestyle. They're mothers. They have children. So me talking about finance and mortgages is something that they can relate to because they're in the age of life, so those are the types of things that matter. So what I'm trying to say is whatever your business is, think about yourself. Think about what you have in common. Think about why you joined that particular business and figure out how you can help a person that's very similar to you solve their problem. And then from there, that's going to make it easy for you to speak to the people who you're able to help because they can relate to you. So this is the reason reason why it's so important. This is the most important part of, if we were in a class and we were writing a business plan, the marketing piece is the longest part. Finding your target market is the longest part, because this is the backbone for every business. It doesn't matter how good your product is. It doesn't matter how long it's been around. It doesn't matter the name of it. What matters is that the people that need it know about it. And that's what finding your niche market is all about. It is taking the product or the service that the person needs, and you're putting that information where they hang out, where they spend their time. They may not spend your market may not spend their time on Facebook. They may spend their time on LinkedIn. They may spend their time watching a certain television show. So what that's going to tell you is that whatever you choose to find your market and advertise to them, you need to be putting your information where those people are. And what I want to do is, my system, I may not be able to share my screen, but I want to go in and just show you a Facebook advertising and show you the back end of what Facebook asks people when they get ready to pay for advertising. If they narrow it down to a niche. And so that's the other reason why it's very important for you to know the age of the people that you want to target. You want to know if they're male or if they're female. You want to know their income bracket. Because guess what? You want to make sure that what you're selling, the people that you're targeting can afford to pay for it. You know, so all of that is very important. So the whole idea of just turning around and telling everybody that breathes, you're at the mall, you're door knocking, all these places that the traditional brick and mortar businesses have said to do, even online, we consider these people to be spammers. When they just post a link out and just hope somebody clicks on it. That is so not the way to market on the internet. You do not want to do that. I repeat, you do not want to do that. You don't want to just go on Facebook, go in different groups, and just start posting a link. Nobody likes a scammer. And that's basically what they're doing. What you want to do is narrow it down to who the people are that you're talking to. Find out what groups they're in. Find out where they hang out and give them information. And once you give them information and connect with them, then they will pay attention and listen to you and start to know, like, and trust you. Once they do that, they'll click on your link with no problem. And it'll be simple because guess what? They're already looking for what you have anyway. And so that's what we want to get to where people are automatically coming to you looking for you for what you have and what your product can do for them. Let's kind of go in and talk about how, what, where. How do you find these people?
Okay, Tina, while I'm going over that part, go ahead and see if you can join back in, and that way you can do a screen share and show everyone how you can briefly tune in and do a niche on Facebook and how to target your market on there.
Okay.
All right.
And I'm using Facebook as the example. Just bear with me as I bring my screen back up. Let's see if it's going to allow me to share.
Okay, and while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and go into the who, what. Give me 1 second. I'm going to put my screen back up.
Tell me if you see my screen.
Yes, I can see your screen. Go ahead and take it away. I'll go ahead and, yeah, we can see your screen. Go ahead.
So, if you're on Facebook and you decided that you want to do advertising, and I'm not going to go into paid advertising. I've done those, and I do paid advertising, but I'm just going to do the one that's free, that's very simple. The other ones will take a little bit more time, and that's not what this is about. So what you will do is go at the search bar and do what's called a graph search. And let's say I want to target, let's say realtors. I want to target realtors in Las Vegas. Vegas is a nice place to be, so might as well buy some property there, right? So I'm going to go down and search for, let me go back up here. In your graph search, this is this bar right here. You're going to put what you're searching for, and I'm just going realtors, and I'm letting it catch up with me. Realtors in Las Vegas. It's fair retrieving suggestions. Hold on. Oh, my system works.
Okay, while that's going, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just keep monitor on your screen. I'm gonna go ahead and put mine in presentation mode and go from there. But I'll be checking back on yours just to see if it's back up and running yet. Okay, you guys, what we're going to go over here is how, what, and where. This is a simple checklist that you can use. I would say you can use towards any business, really, and just taking it and finding out how are some how questions, like how old are they, how do they spend their spare time, what, where. Guys, with your target market, like Tina was expressing, you want to really target it down to an actual niche, and we're going to go into, not now, but if you do a coaching session with either Tina or I, we're going to market it. We're going to take it all the way down to choosing an ideal avatar, you guys. And what that is, you want to break it down to how old that person is, what gender are they, where do they live? Do they live in, the middle class or the high class? What is their income? Are they making $70,000 a year, $80,000 a year, $100,000? What is their family structure? What do they do for a living? Are they a doctor? Are they a nurse? Do they work in a corporate field? Are they an executive? How do they spend their spare time? Are they a family person? Do they have kids? Do they have elders that they take out and go with on the weekend? What is their lifestyle like? Do they live a lavish lifestyle? Do they live beyond their means or under their means? What motivates them? And what size is your target market? These three questions you can ask. These three areas, how, what, and where, we broke it down into 10 questions. It's just going to really tune in so you can have a better understanding of, and they can't even see my screen right now. That's nice. I see your screen right now, Tina.
Really?
Yeah. I think I didn't make sure I clicked on it. Okay, I'm back on mine. I apologize, you guys. Going back in presentation mode. I apologize. So you guys can see if you want to write these down. Technical difficulties tonight, I swear. We were running smooth when we practice and everything, make sure everything's working right. Then we get to it and it doesn't want to work right? So, like I was saying, how, what, and where checklist, you guys. And you can rewatch this training as well too. That's a good thing. We're going to be sending out the replay. So if you need to pause it on the how, what, and where checklist, then you can do that at that time. But there basically is just the top 10 things that you can go ahead and ask yourself relating to your target market and narrow it down to an ideal avatar, you guys. This is an example like of a small business owner, some different demographics and buying behavior and things like that you will go over. Like Tina was saying, you're going to talk about the gender of the person, their age, their education level. This right here is basically a more tuned in, I would say, guideline to go by. It's narrowing it down all the way to an ideal avatar. An ideal avatar, you guys, is the person you're going to be talking to. And what that means is you have your target market. Let's say that you're targeting you're targeting small business owners, okay? But you want to narrow it down. What kind of small business owners are you tuning in on? What's their gender? What's their age? So you go down this list and you take it down and make an ideal avatar. And an avatar is going to be that person. You're going to name the person and everything. So for instance, my ideal avatar, her name is Olivia. Okay, Olivia, she's a female. Her age, she's in between mid 20s and late and early 30s. She has an education. She went to college. She was kind of going off of different courses. Her monthly and annual income, she makes about 60,000 to 70,000 a year. Her occupation, she works at a corporate job as an executive. She's married. She's mixed race. She's black and white. Her religion, she's Christian. Her social class, she's not so much high class. She's in the middle high class. She spends a little bit beyond her means. She has 2 children. A region, she lives in on the West Coast. Your population size, you go all that's going down to depending on what product you're selling. Buying behavior, you go down to buying behavior, key benefits you're looking for, the usage rate on how often they buy. Whatever it is that you're selling, you want to make sure that the person, your ideal avatar, is one that buys these things, one that is going to be a frequent buyer of whatever product you're selling, whether you're selling coffee, whether you're selling cookies, whether you're selling body wraps, whether you're selling training courses. You want to know that that person, your avatar, whenever you speak to, in my case, Olivia, you're going to be speaking directly to her. Whenever you're posting something on a social media site that she's on, you're going to be speaking to her. So you want to really tune it down and narrow it down to someone who you can feel like you're relating to all the time. So you're not just talking to this broad target market. Okay, we figure your target market, you found your niche. Now let's even narrow it down even more and get that ideal avatar. Let's visualize a person in your face. I have some of my clients that I deal with. I have them go to BitStrip, and that's BitStrip. If you guys have the app, if you've been seeing little cartoon characters, I have them go on BitStrip and make their person. You can also find an avatar on Google a person, or use Yahoo or Google. But I have them go ahead and create a person, or even have them create, if they have an Xbox, you can create an avatar on Xbox, you guys. But just visualize a person, or even flip through a magazine and cut out a picture that think is going to be your Olivia, or your Sam, or your Jacob, or your Deshaun. Whatever it is, you want to visualize that person. Each time you're talking to that person, you want to visualize them and that you're talking to them, so you don't feel like you're talking to, like I said, a big audience, basically. So you're going to find out the activities that Olivia has, her interests, her opinions. I know that Olivia likes to watch Scandal, so while I'm on Facebook, I may be in a Scandal group, because I may be able to target and find my Olivia, or maybe a few Olivias who are on Scandal, and that's so a coincidence, Olivia and all that. So Olivia Pope and all that, that's funny. I didn't, my vision person is not Olivia Pope, though. That's funny. But anyway, I thought that was funny if you guys did it. But so I'm going to find my Olivia and my avatar Olivia in my Scandal group. Or maybe, you're somebody who likes to watch The Real Husbands of Hollywood, and your person likes to watch that show, and they're in the Real Husbands of Hollywood group. Or maybe you're someone who likes to watch The Living Dead, and you're in that group. So you're going to find Olivia there. You're going to communicate with them and create that relationship, because you're tuning in to your ideal avatar, and you're finding your niche to that area. So that's how you're going to be able to actually narrow it down to that field. All right, and just some important facts to remember, you guys. Make sure that make sure you meet their unique need. Identify the unique needs of your potential audience, and look for ways to tailor your product or service to them. Say the right thing. Understand the market's hot buttons, and be prepared to communicate with the target group as an understanding member and outsider. Okay, and then you want to test the market. You want to review your competing sites and try different things to see what works best for you. Okay, you want to go to the areas where you have your competition. Hold on one second, you guys. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Okay. All
I
right.
can hear you now. Is everything okay? I can take over if I need to.
Yes, go ahead, please. Thank you. Oh my gosh.
No problem. So earlier, you all, I was going to share my screen and show you how to look for whatever your niche market is. So once you figure out those demographics, those questions that Elisa showed you earlier, once you answer those and know who you're exactly targeting, then you can come here in the search bar. It's called a graph search, and you can put in what you're looking for. As you can see, I put in realtors who live in Las Vegas. And so what Facebook will do for you, it has your target. Okay, who is my gender? Same questions as what we said to figure out. So I'm looking for female. Facebook will even say, okay, do you want them to be married, single, or whatever? I want them to be married. Okay. Let's say if I wanted to search for, are you able to hear me okay?
Yes. Go ahead and unmute yourself on the Hangout.
Are you able to hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Go ahead.
You hear me?
Yes, go ahead. Out. So never mind. Go ahead. We'll go back to the phone. Go ahead. Yes, I can hear you on Uber. That's fine. Go ahead.
Okay, so are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So you heard nothing that I just said?
No, I hear you now. I hear you on the Hangout. You just muted yourself on the Hangout, but I was able to hear you on the Hangout.
Okay, so briefly, you go up here and you just put in what you're searching for. And for the sake of this example, I said I was searching for realtors that were in Las Vegas. And what Facebook will do, it will bring up the information that this is Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you on the Hangout.
You can? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you on the Hangout. Go ahead.
Okay. So you basically want to go back, and I don't want to search for just Century 21 realtors, but I do want to narrow my search to females that are married that live in Las Vegas. If I wanted to go to hometown, school, friendship, all of that, then you following certain type of people. It will tell you that. Um, So that's why you have to do your research and your homework to know who you're targeting. Because when you get ready to actually do a post or an advertising, then this is what all advertisers want to know. So if you're a step ahead when you've already done your. This is what the results come back to be once I put in there. So everything that you see here on the side.
So basically what I was saying is that is the reason that you want to narrow down your search. It's because the people the companies that you'll be advertising with, those are the things that they're going to ask you. And if you want to be taken seriously in business, you need to know who you are targeting. And so this is just the best way to do it. And Joyce said, let's go through this. You can see, if I'm sharing my screen, you can see what's going on my end. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it back over to you and let you take it from here.
Okay. All right, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and briefly go over just a couple more things right before we go in the Q&A session. Go ahead and mute your, I'll mute it for you. Okay. Okay, you guys, we were talking about the important factors going into the important facts to remember. Make sure you're meeting their unique need. Make sure you identify the unique needs of your potential audience. Basically, what you're going to be doing is writing down a list of the problems your target market is your target market is having, and whatever product or services that you're offering, you want to make to your product or service has a solution to their problem. You want to make sure that you're meeting their tailored needs. Make sure that you're actually able to provide that solution to whatever it is that their problem is that you can solve. And you want to make sure you're saying the right thing. You understand your target market's hot buttons, what motivates them, what drives them, what's going to get them to go into action to whatever it is you're targeting to do. Whether you're targeting a group or just one member, you're going to make sure that you know, and that's where an ideal avatar comes in. You have that person in mind that, okay, I have Olivia here. Whenever I know Olivia's hot buttons. I know when she needs to be motivated. I know when she needs to be inspired. And you're going to make sure you tune into those hot buttons. And one way to go ahead and test the market, you're going to review competing sites. Maybe you're selling a particular brand of deodorant. Maybe you're selling a particular brand of coffee. Maybe you're selling a particular brand of corsets. You want to look at your competitors and see the things that they're offering and see what actual message and your medium that works best for you. Like Tina was saying, maybe your market maybe their target market may not be on Instagram, maybe they're on LinkedIn, maybe they're on Twitter. But by you narrowing down to a specific ideal avatar and coming with the complete conciseness of your niche, that's going to be the way you're going to tell. You're going to test your market. You guys can do surveys and things like that to actually see, what your audience is, what your audience likes, what kind of things motivate them, what kind of things keep them engaged. So that's going to be basically a trial and error. There's no right way. We can't tell you a right way to test your market. There's different ways you can test it, but you guys, it's not an overnight process. You know what I mean? It's not something that's going to happen overnight. It is a process. You need to embrace the process because you're going to be able to basically do a trial and error and figure out your target market. Once you find that niche, go ahead and pick your ideal avatar and go ahead and test on that person, basically, I would say. And you guys, we just want to remind you guys, everyone who has registered with either Tina or let'sstartblogging.com or Tina's blog with Tina, you will be entered to win a raffle of, we're going to be picking 3 winners to win either 4 of these things, a $25 Visa gift card, a 1-hour coaching sessions from Tina and I, or a $100 Spa Finder gift card, you guys. The Spa Finder, you can use it anywhere, I believe, in the United States that accepts the Spa Finder. You can go to spafinder.com and see all the places in your area that accept the gift card as well, too. Okay? we're going to go ahead and go into Q&A, you guys. I know it's 8:55, and this was going to be our training, but because of our technical difficulties, we'll go ahead and stay on to the last question is answered. And right here, these are just some of the ways you can follow Tina and I if you're interested in trying to contact us and make an appointment for a coaching session, or if you just want to go ahead and see our website and whatnot. You can go ahead and go to, and mine is not spelled right on there. That's really funny. It's APPT. I'm going to actually change it right now, what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be APPT. Okay, it's not registering. That's nice. But it's supposed to be APPT.coachmejalisa.com. Again, that's APPT.coachmejalisa.com. And Tina's is contact.imtinarenee.com. Again, that's contact.imtinarenee.com. And you can visit my blog, coachmejalisa.com, and visit Tina's site, www.blogwithtina.com. So I'm going to go ahead and open the line for any questions or any comments you guys want to go ahead and add. Again, we definitely apologize for the delay. We'll go ahead and stay on here till the last question is answered because we were having technical difficulties. And I think we're ending right in time because, Tina, I know you're in Florida dealing with that weather, and it's starting to thunder over here. So I don't know what's going on with the weather right now. Mother Nature is trying to kick our butts, right? So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. You guys can go ahead and free to message me on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter and ask your questions or into chat. If you have my personal number, you can go ahead and text me as well, too, and we will go ahead and go from there. I know it's a delay, so I'll give it a couple minutes. So if you hear any silence, it's because we are both checking our Q&As to see what's going on, to see what questions are being asked. Tina, do you have any questions on your end? Are you still with me, Tina?
Yes, I'm still here. Are you able to hear me and see me?
I can hear you. Let me check and see if I can see you. Give me 1 second here.
I'm having technical issues over here. Nothing yet.
Okay, I can see you. I can see you.
Okay.
I can see you fine. I guess I should turn my light on. It's dark in here now that it's getting ready to thunder. I have 3 questions on my end. Hold on 1 second. Okay, can you repeat our sites again? Yes, the site is APPT.coachmejalisa.com, and that is to make an appointment. You can visit my blog. I have 2 blogs. One of them is itpaystoknowjalisa.com, which is the same as my username, and I'll put them again. I will send it out to my list as well too. And you can also, we'll be sending the replay out for those who have registered and who are in the drawing. We'll send the replay out. But again, it's as in Apple, P as in Paul, P as in Paul, T as in Tom, dot coachme, COACHME, Jalisa, which is JALISA.com. And my blog is It Pays to Know Jalisa. That's ITP as in Paul, AYS, the number 2, KNOW, and then Jalisa, JALISA.com, and then coachmejalisa.com. Again, coach, COACHMEJALISA. Don't look at my face, you guys. But yes, that is the way you can contact me. And Tina's is contact CONTACT Tina Renee, IamTinaRenee.com. Y'all, I know I like spelling bees. So yes, I am Tina Renee. Contact.IamTinaRenee.com, and then blogwithtina.com. All right. So there goes one of the questions. And the other question I have is, how do you find your how do you find your target market, and can you have more than one? If you go back to the previous slide, we're talking about how to find your target market, tuning in on their name, their gender, where they're from, where they live, and you can have more than one target market. Yes, I would say to narrow it down to at least 3. That way you can basically test both all 3 of those groups and see. Y'all, it's lightning and it's thundering if you can hear that. So we have to wrap this thing on up. So we're not just saying we're having technical difficulties. You guys can hear that it's really thundering and lightning. So yes.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I wanted to jump in after you're done and answer and just throw some stuff in there about that regarding the question.
Okay, go ahead.
They were wanting to know how to find their target market. Was that the question?
Yes. How to find your target market, and can you have more than one? Okay, you froze. So I'm going to keep going with that. I can't hear you right now again. But like I was saying, how to find your target market.
What about now?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay. What you want to do when you're trying to find your target market is you want to think of yourself first. You need to be able to relate to your target market. I was coaching a lady about a week. Target single moms, but she's a grandmother, and I said, well, you can't really relate to single moms because you're not a single mom. You're a retired grandmother. So although some of the things that you experience, a single mom experience, you don't experience waking up in the morning, having to get children dressed, get them out to school, work, come back home, figure out how they're going to eat. You don't experience that anymore. You're retired. You can be home. You can come and go as you please. So you two don't have the same in common. So first, the most important thing is to find a market of people that are just like you, that can relate to you and that you can relate to, because it's going to make
Tina, I lost you again.
Okay, what about now?
Yep, go ahead.
You need to write out a list.
Lost you again. Tina Renee, I lost you again. What she was saying, you guys need to write out a list and find the areas. And once you write down a list of things that you enjoy doing, write down that list. Tina? Okay. You're going to write down that list, and from there you're going to go ahead and pick and choose the things that basically that people are going to resonate with you. For instance, people that join my team are people like me and Tina. There was something that Tina and I that resonated with each other that caused us to join and form a partnership. So you want to make sure that when you're going through your ideal avatar and picking your target market, then narrowing down to your ideal avatar, that you're actually choosing a person that's more relatable to you. It doesn't have to be exactly like you. We don't want that. You want someone who kind of follow along those lines. So that's what you're gonna. That's how you're gonna really pick and choose your target market. As far as that goes, and again, you can go back and look at the trainings that we were talking about as far as who, what, and how. Who, what, how. Yeah, there we go. Who, what, how. And like we said, I was saying, narrow it down to 3 target markets. For me, I have network marketers, small business owners, and people who were in the corporate world and were in transition to being entrepreneurs. So those are actually 3 of my target markets. So you can narrow yours down to at least 3, and then you can go from there to basically figuring out, which audience you get the most feedback from. Okay. Tina, do you have any other questions? I got another question on my end.
I do not, but I don't think they can come through. I'm having connection issues, so they'll have to text me.
Okay.
Or email, go through Facebook.
Okay. The next question I have is, how do you, what is that? Okay, I think you have a typo here. I think what you're trying to say. Okay, James, I'm gonna need you to message me again because I don't understand your question. I'm sorry. Okay, he's typing. Okay. how do you find and measure your hot buttons? How do you find your target audience hot buttons, and how do you measure them? Okay. To find your target markets, their hot buttons, what you're going to do is you can survey them. One way is, as you're building your list, you can go ahead and survey them, such as sending out using SurveyMonkey or Contact Me. Those are some forms you can use. And go ahead and survey your list. Ask them, what things motivate them, what things they'd like to see more of, what things they'd like to see less of. The best way to know your target audience and to communicate with them is to talk to them and find out what they like. So you can do it that way. Also, if you're someone who's doing some niche marketing in groups, and when you work with team, you get to know, we go into bridge marketing and niche marketing and things like that. But that's something simple as you going to, let's say, if you don't have a list already, let's say you're trying to work on building your list, which you're going to talk about on Friday, email marketing and affiliate marketing. And what you're going to do is go into these groups that have maybe let's say your target is network marketers, okay? So let's say you're a part of several different network marketer groups. You can go in there and talk to these groups and ask them, hey, what are some of the problems you guys are having? Maybe they're having a problem with not enough leads. Maybe they're having a problem they burnt out all their friends and family. Maybe they're having a problem on how to generate more traffic to get leads so they can sell their product. I mean, it's really... It's a process. You're going to find your target market. You're going to figure out what their problems are. I'm going to find out, what their problems are. Then solutions you find with the product that you have. Once you have the solutions, you want to go ahead and make sure that you can get these people. Now you want to get them to come to you. They're not going to just come to you just all willy-nilly. You have to make sure you're using the certain keywords, which we'll talk about, I believe tomorrow. We're getting into keyword content creation. You want to use the keywords that you're going to attract this target audience, because once you attract them in, okay, you've used these keywords, now you can go ahead and sell to them. And now since you're selling to them, that's going to create, that's going to create, that's a lead now. So now you're going to be able to sell to them. Now you're going to be able to convert that sale into an income, of course. You know, the whole goal is you're exchanging value for money. That's the whole thing. You know, you're building your business, your brand online. You want to leverage how to make money over the internet. And that's the actual key. You want to already be doing something that you're already doing and monetize off of it. Like I was saying in the beginning, everything that you're doing I bet you can be turned into a money making an income. Okay, I guess Tina went off the Uber. I'm just like, where is this music coming from? But yes, that was I believe that answers your question, James. Tina, do you have any other questions on your end? Everyone, I'm checking on my end to see. Give me 1 second. Tina, do you have any questions on your end?
No.
Okay, I'm checking everything. I think that may be it. Hold on. I just got. Okay, I believe that I said I'm checking my email. I know I had got some yesterday. Okay. I have a question. Okay, somebody asked a question about the Aweber. Today we are not going over Aweber and how it's relating to blogging. That's going to be actually on Friday. We're talking about email marketing and affiliate marketing. So you can tune in definitely for Friday. If you have any questions relating to today's topic, such as finding your niche, your target market, or related to even yesterday's developing your online persona, because I know I got some questions after that, but I did answer them as I had received them after we had ended. So I hope that answers your question on that. But tune in Friday for Aweber and affiliate marketing. Okay. Okay, I have one last question. I believe this is probably the last one. Because after this question, if I don't get any more, then we'll go ahead and end it here. Okay. How can you... I guess the question you're asking is, how can you blog? How can you reach your target market through blogging when you don't like to blog, you don't like to write?
Can I answer that question? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Blogging is not just writing. You can also shoot videos. You can, use images. You can get with a graphic designer and they can help put together what your message is, or you can shoot a video. You don't have to just write. Blogging is the way that your audience connects with you. It's the way that you keep them updated on what's going on. You may be someone who doesn't like to write, but you like to read, and you can post someone else's art.
Tina, you froze.
Okay.
Go ahead. Tina, these faces you get frozen are really funny. Yeah, you're frozen again. Okay. All right. So what she was saying was that you have you can basically whatever topic you're wanting to blog about, you can also reference other individuals' blogs, and that's another way to get your blog to get more traffic on your blog, using SEO and keyword content creation, which we're going into tomorrow. SEO and keywords, which SEO stands for search engine optimization. Excuse me. So you're able to use that as a way to communicate your different topics. That basically like a content calendar is what me, Tina, and I use. And from there, you can go ahead and if you find different articles, maybe you're looking at somebody named, someone like Pat Flynn, or maybe Tina, or maybe Tracy Walker, or whoever out there in the industry that you feel like you're resonating with is in it more on the lines of what the content you're talking about. You can definitely reference them, and like Tina was saying, we use the viral blogging system. That's actually the best blog to use because it's already viral and it's user friendly, and you can blog from your cell phone. You could definitely email me or Tina, and we'll give you the information. You can also go to my blog, It Pays to Know Jaleesa, and click on resources and see the viral blogging system that we do use, and see our blog as well too. It's user friendly. You can change the color of the background in the click of a button, but we use the viral blogging system because for me, I'm someone who simply like you, Candace, I don't like to write. That's not my thing. I'd rather do a video because I like to talk, and I feel like my message is going to get portrayed better if they can see my emotions and see my facial expressions, so you know that I'm actually energized and that I want to talk about whatever it is that I'm talking about. You can see my enthusiasm. You can see how much I just enjoy really talking and doing what I'm doing, like I just did now. So that's one of the reasons I do like to do videos. Tina, don't make me laugh. That's the reason I like to personally do videos. Tina likes to write sometime, and I have other individuals on my team as well too who really like to write. I'm just like, but also if you're someone who doesn't have the time, I know that that also is an issue from some of you guys just starting out blogging, or you're really trying to use the internet to replace your income, or to replace your income or additional income, either or. You just don't have the time. You can use certain services like Odesk and Guru.com, where you can basically hire ghostwriters for a few dollars and have them write, I know y'all saw that, right? And write content on your blog for you. So that's a couple things you can use. And again, those websites, I'm going to say them slow because I heard I'm talking fast. Please bear with me. I'm trying to slow it down. I'm from California, you guys, and believe me, I'm actually talking kind of slow right now, right? When I got down here to Georgia, I told everybody it's not that I'm talking fast, it's that you're listening slow. But I really do talk fast. But the sites, again, is Odesk, Odesk.com, and Guru.com, Guro, and also Fiverr, which is Fiverr.com. You can use either one of those sites to hire people to go ahead and content and write for you. And also if you're looking for graphic designers, that's a great way to go that way as well too. And that way you're not paying an arm and a leg for it, you guys. You can see some of the individual's work. You can contact Tina and I and find out who we use as well too if you want to get some photographers and things like that, graphic designers. We do all that with our coaching as well too. So I hope all this information was helpful this evening. I'm going to go ahead and end it. It is 9:19, went about 20 minutes over. Well, that was because of the technical difficulties that we were having today, and we apologize for that deeply. And I believe that is it on the Q&A. I don't have any more questions. I'm checking my queue, and I do not see anything thus far. One last check. I'm going through. Tina, I believe your face is still stuck on frozen at the moment, which is really funny because you're just cheesing really hard right now. And it looks like we do not have any other questions. So I'm going to go ahead and end it here. You guys have a wonderful evening. We'll see you tomorrow on basic keyword content creation and lead generation. Telling you how to get more traffic, how do you Now that you've got your target market, how are you going to communicate with them? How are you going to attract them to you? What ways can you use to generate traffic, about paid traffic and free traffic, and about capture mastery while you're getting this information and building your list? We're going to talk about and go into what that is tomorrow. So that is it. Have a good evening. We'll see you tomorrow on Let's Start Blogging, the right way, driving the right results.